Fresno is Fresno. Fresno is known as Fresno for very Fresneckian reasons, Jack. Fresno is more or less what they say it is, but...
You spend a lot of your weekends in Fresno. You have a summer home there.
I do. Summer home in Fresno. That's funny. My college alma mater, the Fighting Illini of Illinois, were down there playing the Bulldogs, lost to them, as it turns out, so good for Fresnex and their team down there. But, you know...
This is a college football game?
Yes, it was. And so we go down there and show up... well, first we got our drink on just a little bit. Because as that nice, overly earnest lady from Marin County put it, I can't celebrate without alcohol. That's not true, but I didn't even try Friday night.
Why would you?
We were there in our orange and blue amidst the red and the white and the black and whatever that is. But and there was like one or two surly fans who were like, want to fight you because you're rooting for the other team guy.
Right.
And you know what the good people of Fresno did, Jack? They embraced us with their love and shouted those people down, said, hey, lighten the hell up. Let's all enjoy a ball game here. Idiots. It was fabulous. I was very impressed with the people of Fresno. The main movers in that act of kindness and love and generosity were, a group of young couples in front of us who ended up recommending a bar where we met up with them later and wiled the night away. Delightful folk. The other was a couple of fellas behind us. Might have been a couple of fellas. It might be fellas and a couple. Who, the one guy was way drunk and told us on at least 3-4 different occasions, you know, I used to play on that field right there. I made 11 tackles. 11 tackles right there. Yeah, 84 Bulldogs. But he was a nice guy. He was big as a house. So I believed him that he played on the... But he's slapping our backs and rubbing our shoulders. You boys don't listen to that crap back there, because number one, I'll kick your ass. Number two, you're my buddies. You're here to enjoy this game on that field where I played 11 tackles. I was like, yeah, I've heard
How many years ago did he do that? How old was he?
He's either like a year or two older or younger than my buddy and I, but about the same wheelhouse. So he was plying his trade there in the mid-'80s.
Okay.
There at Fresno State.
Wow, still going to games and telling random strangers who sit around him, I used to play.
Of his glories. And like throwing statistics at us, too. But on the one hand, he was protecting us from like getting into a wadded up cup and peanut war. But so he'd slap our back. You don't worry about that crap. You didn't have to mess with me before they messes with you.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
But then he, rubbed the arm a little bit, and then he leaned over. We were a row in front of him on the benches there. He leaned over to talk to my buddy Chris, and he somehow, and you'd have to try. He put his hand on my buddy's thigh, and then kind of his inner thigh, while he was assuring him that no problem here. You guys are great. He's good. Made it to my buddy's inner thigh,
really,
from the row behind, and his companion. It was so funny because it was so obviously drunk guy and his wife, but drunk guy was a behemoth.
Drunk guy in his beard,
and the wife was a dude. Who was like, I can't remember the guy's name, Don or something like that. Donnie, take it easy, man. Don, all right, that's it. Let's just watch the game, all right? Everything's cool. Don plays. It was funny, but as I say, the vast majority of the people of Fresno were remarkably kind, welcoming, and friendly, even as we rooted for
Well, did the big guy behind you continue to try to do a reach around? Or
You know what? They... like the nice folks in front of us, vanished at halftime. The stadium was like half empty by halftime. Everybody just left to enjoy Fresno's stunning nightlife, apparently. Because It was very weird.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Did they serve booze during the game?
No, not per se.
It wasn't...
Security was fairly lax. I'll just leave it at that. And by fairly lax, I mean...
Did you suitcase a flask?
No.
Ouch.
2 flasks. No, there was
a 6-pack. I suitcased a 6-pack.
There was no need to use my body crevasses. No need.
Did you just put it under your boob crevice?
Yeah, exactly. I put a couple of big flasks under my boobs and my folds. Precisely. No, there may have been an airline bottle or 6 in the pockets, but just to, enjoy a cocktail.
Had a Coors Light party ball under my belly fat.
Very good. An entire 1.75-liter bottle of Jack Daniels under my left hoot.
I was trying to tell my wife about that story. She just couldn't believe it. How many pairs of boots did those fat women have?
3 pair of boots.
Hidden under their...
3 pair of jeans.
Hidden under their fat rolls.
Oi. Well, and obviously, self-evidently, they weren't smaller size jeans, too. You know what I mean?